Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications if you haven't already. Anyways, I'm going to be showing you how to take a polybag minifigure just like this one, and I'll be turning it into a framed minifigure like you see here. Now this has been a highly requested video from those of you who follow me on my Reddit and my Instagram accounts. So to add to the excitement, we're going to be using Darth Revan. This is brand new, factory sealed, still in the polybag. This is manufactured in 2014, so we got some years on it. No, we're not going to be using no scissors here. We're going to be using our knife. Anyway, so you guys don't have to open it like this, but this is a way that I do it to keep the polybag from looking like it was ever opened. So slice down vertically on that flap that sticks up, poke a little hole in the end, just enough to get your knife in, and then you will gently slice left and right to fully open up this bag. When you guys are doing it, just don't go all the way to the edges because it could rip around that little curve and it'll show in the front. Alright, so here's everything you get in the poly bag. Let me bring you guys in a little closer. There you go. Just gonna assemble this guy real quick. Oh shit. Now that the minifigure is fully assembled, we're going to move on to the framing. By the time we're done with framing, it should look something like this. This is just my gold C-3PO that I use the same exact technique on. First things first, you're going to need some sort of frame or shadow box. This is a white 8x8 shadow box frame with about an inch of depth inside, so you can comfortably fit, I'd say most, not all minifigures. It is a little snug, so you might want to go a little bit deeper in depth than this 1 inch. Otherwise, this works good for most minifigures. Next, you'll need a background for your frame. Here is some white cardstock. You can use whatever kind of cardstock you want, but here I like the simple white. One side is matte, and the side that we'll be using behind the minifigure will be the glossy front. You will also need some sort of way to cut the paper. Here I have a 13-inch paper trimmer. This works very well for straight and even square cuts. You guys can use whatever you want, scissors or X-Acto knives and rulers, it doesn't matter, just be careful. You'll also need a measuring tape or a ruler. Next, you'll need something to stand the minifigure on. This is a white double jumper plate. It has 2 sides on top and it is the equivalent dimensions of a 1x3. You'll also need some blue painter's tape just to mark out where the plate is going to be resting on the frame. Last but not least, you'll need a hot glue gun. I also forgot to put this in the video, but you will also need some standard tape. The first thing you want to do is turn your frame around and remove the backing. You just have to pry those little metal tabs up. I'm going to pull all the contents out minus the frame. Now that we got the frame separated, just going to stand this guy up, grab our minifigure, and we're going to do a test fit just to see what kind of room we have to play with here. So it looks like for the 1 inch we don't have too much room for the lightsaber, so we'll find a different solution for how that's going to be displayed. Next, I'm just going to use some blue tape and secure this frame to the surface so it doesn't wobble or move while we work. Next, go ahead and grab your jumper plate, place it inside the frame, and measure for the center. For me, I have 3 1/4 evenly on both sides. So I'll take 2 pieces of blue tape and I will mark the edges of where the jumper plate was. Next, go ahead and double check your measurements because once that hot glue is pressed down and cured, you cannot move the plate without causing damage to the frame. Once your measurements are good, go ahead and take your modified plate, flip it upside down, and take some hot glue and pre-pack the inside cavity of the plate. You don't want to have too much because you'll have a lot of squeeze out and it'll look messy. So almost make it flush. Once the glue is pre-packed, go ahead and take your plate and position it in the frame. You will want to work quickly before this sets, but also be gentle on this so you don't get glue everywhere. Once it's in there, go ahead and hold it down for 10 to 15 seconds. Once the hot glue is cured and set, go ahead and place your minifigure inside. It should look something like this. Next, I'll be taking my white cardstock and I'll cut it down to size so it fits in the frame. Just using the paper that came inside the frame so I can match the general size. I did leave a little bit more edge on this side just so it's a snug fit. Turn your paper to the side and repeat the same exact process. When you're done trimming, it should look something like this. Next, we're going to take some more cardstock and we're going to cut it down to size so it fits nice and snug inside that empty and flimsy poly bag. One side is done, now we just have to do the other. Alright, for me, I might have to cut off a little bit more, so cut as you need until it fits. Alright, much better. Now you guys don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but I'm going to do it, I don't know, just because I can. But I'm going to take this flap and I'm going to pry it back over the cardstock with my knife. Now if you guys did that last step, go ahead and take a few pieces of tape and reseal the package to tighten it up. Once you're done, it should look something like this. Now I know it looks very unnecessary, but it will make the mounting process a lot easier and it will look cleaner in the end. Next, I'm going to be taking 5 pieces of Scotch tape, rolling it up and applying it to the back of the poly bag. Once you're done applying your tape, go ahead and make sure your frame is lined up on top of your background. Place your poly bag on top of the background, and you will firmly press down on each piece of tape. Once you're done with that, it should look something like this. Now that everything is complete, you can finally assemble your frame back together. As you can see, the cardstock inside the poly bag worked very well. Place your cardstock background in. And finally, the last backing plate. Don't forget to press down your metal tabs. And there you have it. Here is your minifigure and its poly bag, all professionally mounted inside of this beautiful white shadow box frame. Now it's protected from the dust, the cats, the kids, and the dogs. Now I hope you guys found this video useful and helpful so you can display your figures just like this. Yeah, the lightsaber did have to be mounted on the side. It still looks good to me. I hope you guys like it as well. Other than that, that's the only thing that's hot glued besides the plate. The minifigure will never touch hot glue. It is standing on the plate and the plate alone. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun showing you how I do my Lego frames Hapa-style. Plus, we gotta open up a brand new Darth Revan minifigure. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and check out some of my socials, leave a comment down below, and hit that like and subscribe button to see more videos like this. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.